Hi everyone, welcome to our new members. My name is Rosie, for those who don't know me, and welcome to our 20th virtual class. We have a busy day today, lots to get through, plus it's also the first day of my weekly beginner improver class on the virtual TV channel 10. So I'm planning to do our usual format, but I will have to stop before 12:30 because I have to be ready for my 1 o'clock class. But hopefully we'll get everything in, get some open dancing as well as our lessons. After our warm-up today, we will be reviewing the 2 lessons from last week. For those that are new, my format is to do a relatively new dance, a dance that's either just came out or at least been out in 2020. Because we've missed so many dance events where they debut these dances. So we do one newish dance, and then I do a dance that could be just from 2019 or it could be much older. Last week our new dance was Grace David and Jeff Comme's Love Like a Symphony, which has moved all the way up to number 2 on COMME. It's a very fun dance. We did that last week. We'll be reviewing that. And my retro dance was from last century in the 90s. It's called Suicide Blonde by choreographer unknown. So those are the 2 we will review. And as always, it'll be a quicker review. You could see a longer teach by looking at last week's class number 19 or any of the videos that are on the COMME link. Today, our new dance is just a couple of weeks old. It comes from a gentleman in France. His name is, let me see if I don't want to mess it up, Fabian Regalo. And it's a dance called COMME AVANT. And, or as we say in Brooklyn, COMME AVANT. And it is a beginner level, 32 counts, 4 walls, no tags, no restarts. And I chose that especially because the retro dance is called Tuesday Blues, which is a fabulous 64 count 2-wall dance by Simon Ward. And it debuted 5 years ago, September of 2015. We all learned it, if you were lucky enough to be there in Windy City when he taught it there. And it, you know, it was something that we danced a lot for the next couple of years. And it's my retro dance because I had been asking Bruno, and many of you know Bruno because he dances with me. He is my rock, and you know, I'm able to do all of this because he's here with me. And I'd asked him if he wanted me to do a particular dance, and he'd been thinking about it, and this is the one he came up with. And when I looked at it, it was like I never saw it before. So we've been working on it a lot more than I usually do, and it eventually did come back, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. It's to the great song, I guess that's why they call it the Blues, by Elton John. So, but the only thing is with us practicing the last 2 days, Bentley doesn't like, I don't know if he doesn't like the song or whatever, he was very active. So I know I can get through the teach. The dancing, we'll see what happens with Bentley. So anyway, without further ado, the warm-up I'm going to do, so I wouldn't even have to think about it, is one of my dances. It's listed as an AB, Absolute Beginner Dance. It's just step touches. It's called GLORIA. It's also listed on COMME as GLORIA AB for Absolute Beginner. 32 counts, no tags. And I'm going to play the original song that I choreographed it to from the Glee cast. But real quick, weights on your left. We're going to come forward on a slight diagonal with 3 step touches. 1, touch 2, 3, touch 4, 5, touch 6. And then you'll do extra touches with your left, out and in for 7, 8. Reverse the pattern going back on the left. 1, touch 2, 3, touch 4, 5, touch 6, extra 7, and 8. Extra touches. Vine right with a touch, out, 2, 3, touch. Vine left with a quarter turn left. 5, 6, quarter touch, and then your K step on an angle, 1, touch 2, return, touch 4, back 6, 7, 8. End of story, starts again. So that's GLORIA. It's a very long song, almost 4 minutes, so I'm going to take it around maybe 2-3 times, and then we're just going to fade out the music, and we'll start our other lessons. So here we go. And I also start sooner. Weights on your left, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extra touches, come back. Extra touch, find right. Left with a turn, K-step. Traveling forward, step, touch. Come back. Bind. Quarter left, K-step. Traveling forward, 3-step touches. Extra 2 touches, take it back. Touch and bind. K-step. Coming forward. Back on your left. And bind. Left 4 around. Bind right. Turn left. K-step. Coming forward. Now I mentioned this is the Glee cast. I was a big Glee fan. While I used to teach this dance, I would announce who was singing each part. Now I know this is Leah Michelle. Coming back. What's nice about this dance is it's all straight counts and easy. You can play it to almost anything but a waltz. And up. Let's just do it one more time in the front, then we're done. And if you are teaching an absolute beginner, you can do this without a turn. You can just bind and stay here and K-step. Whoops. That's okay. Thank you, Bruce. That's okay. That was the fade. What I was saying is, if you are teaching absolute beginners, because you're basically teaching them shifting their weight, step touches and everything, and you're teaching them the K-step and the grapevines and such, you could keep it as a one-wall dance, before you add that turn. Okay, so let's do the reviews. Starting with Love Like a Symphony by Grace and Jeff, okay? 64 counts, 2 walls. There is an 8-count weaving tag, almost like a serpiente, that comes in when you finish the second wall, when you're back in the front. Also in the front, when you're in the front for the 3rd time, there is a little change of steps. You're only going to do 12 counts, add a weave, a 4-count weave, and then restart. And then it continues. You wind up doing the dance a full 6 times. Okay, so this is a left lead. So we're doing a quick 64 count walk through, and then we'll walk it through the back wall and start. So weights on your right. You're going to cross hitch followed by a crossing shuffle. So when you're crossing left over right on 1, get both heels up, because as you hitch your right foot, you're kind of like pivoting across as you do your cross and cross for 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to do a kickball cross for 5 and 6, a side rock, 7, recover 8. And when you recover, you're kind of facing 130. Okay, next 8, cross in front, 1, hold 2, then do a ball behind, and 3, step on 4. So it's 1, hold 2, and 3, 4. That combination of 1 hold and 3, 4 is going to happen a few times in this dance. So your weight was on your right. You're going to do a cross rock recover with your left foot for 5, 6, side shuffle, quarter left, 7, and 8. We're going to continue with a quarter left and step out wide with the right on 1. Your left foot drags in on 2. You're going to do a bow cross and 3, open 4. 2 sailors right here, right and left. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I know you're facing the back, but you're with me, I'm sure. Rock, recover, ball, toe. So it's right, recover left, ball, toe on the left, and hold. 1, 2, and 3, hold 4. 2 quicker toes coming back, and 5 and 6, out, out, and 7, hold 8. So your feet should be about shoulder width apart. Speaking of shoulders, by the way, that's the halfway point. Now comes Grace's sexy shoulders, and I underline Grace's, okay? We're going to start with your left, and you're going to roll forward, okay? And as you're rolling forward, you'll do 4 with your feet apart. Left, 2, 3, 4. Can you tell I practiced? Then you're going to bring your right foot in, and you do 4 more, and you can kind of come down and up. Sometimes you can rub your hips if you like. So that's 8 straight counts of shoulder rolls, moving forward, okay? When you watch the video, when she rolls the first 4, and then she brings her hands across her heart for the second, because they're talking about the love in the symphony, so if you want to do that. When you're finished with that, though, put your weight on the left, okay? Because you need to lead right for now part 6. We're going to do slide touches. You're moving first to the right, 1 touch 2, then you're going to quarter right and do with the left foot, 3 touch 4. 2 presses on the right, front and side. Remember, it's 2 counts of pressing, no recovering on the left. So you press 5, 6, cross behind 7, point that left toe or touch out on 8. Now we have a left samba, crossing samba, which will turn you a little bit toward 7:30, 1 and 2. Then you're going to cross flick, 3, flick, so you're back here at 10:30. And then 5, 6 is going to do kind of little turns to get back to 6 o'clock, to your new wall. 5, 6, and finish with a side shuffle, 7 and 8, definitely to square off to 6 o'clock. Your final 8 starts with a cross, rock, bull, cross, but you're not rocking twice, just once. So it's rock, recover, bull, cross, step 4. And now you crossed in front. We're going to go under 5, 6, over 7, 8. So it's like an extended weave. Okay, so one more time with that last part. Weights on your left, rocking across with the right. 1, 2, and 3, 4, behind 5, 6, over 7, 8. Ready to start with cross hitch. Okay, so I'll do the next 64 in the back, and we'll be in the front soon. Weights on your right, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kick, cross 6, 7, recover 8. 1, hold 2, behind 3, 4, rock 6, 7, quarter 8. 1, drag 2, and 3, open 4, sailor right, sailor left. 1, 2, and 3, hold 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Shoulders, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slide. 1, 2, 3, press. 5, 6, 7.8. 1 and 2, 3, flick 4, 5, turning, 7 and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the first time you return to the front, or after the second wall, is that 8 count tag. It is a weaving where you're sweeping on count 2 and count 6. So you start with a cross in front, you start with the cross, 1, 2, why am I sweeping on 4? The right is going to go back to front. 1, sweep 2, 3, 4, 5, sweep back, 7, 8, begin, 1, 2. So once more with that tag, sweeping on 2. So you're crossing your left foot in front on 1, right foot sweeps to the back on 2. When it steps down, that is 3, 4, 5, sweep 6, steps down 7, 8, begin 1, 2. Final thing is, like I say, fifth wall, which is the third time that you're in the front. We will do only 12 counts and then add a 4 count weave. So some people consider it a tag. They just call it a change in step to restart. So beginning with your first 12 counts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4. You're going to weave over 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you restart 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that's a challenge in the sense that when you are in that section, the music is very different. It doesn't have that same, I should say it doesn't have the same beat, but it is a challenge, at least to me, because I very quickly incorporate the steps with certain parts of the song, etc. So we do the entire 64 counts, wind up in the back, and when you're in the back, then the regular music will kind of kick in, and that'll be your final time, okay, which is considered wall 7. Okay, so I'm going to put on the music, I'm going to pitch it down a little, hoping that we do okay with the music today. We never know. We never know, but we're going to try. So, let's see. As usual. Let me go back here. Here we go. September. Okay, here we go. Pitch it down just a little. Weights on your right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Curtains open.
Kick it.
Scared to get up on the stage.
Hold.
Second guess.
Rock and triple.
No way that I could have played.
Drag.
I was feeling
Sailors.
blank stares and empty chairs.
Rock and hold. Shoulders.
Then you found me and pushed me into
Light
the light.
touch.
All around me.
Press.
The crowd was coming alive.
Samba.
I got lost in your bright
Face it back.
technicolor dream.
Rock and cross. 5, 6,
So I'm never
7, 8,
gonna
1.
waste my
Kick
love
it.
on anyone else now.
Hold.
My love is broken the spell. Your heart sings to me.
Sailor.
A melody that sets me free. Your love is like a symphony.
Slide. Press. Samba.
And what a way to set me free. Your love is like a symphony.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, begin.
Well, I had no rhythm, two syncopated left feet.
Hold.
Now I'm dancing.
Rock and quarter.
Your heart is
Another
driving
quarter.
me.
Slide.
Hold me close,
Sailors.
and I won't ever drift off key.
5, 6,
The highest of
7.
highs
Shoulders.
and the lowest of lows. You make
Slide
me
touch.
sing out and hit all the
Press it.
notes. And with you
Samba.
around me, it's just so
Face
easy
back.
to be in
Rock and
love.
cross. 5, 6,
So I'm
7,
never
8,
gonna
1.
waste my love on anyone else now.
Hold.
My love is broken the spell. Your heart sings to me.
Sailor.
A melody that
Rock
sets
out.
me free. Your love is like a symphony.
Slide to your right. Press your right. Samba left. Face your wall.
And what a way to set me free. Your love is like a
12
symphony.
count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 7, 8, 1. And the beat.
The
Begin.
song starts and ends with you. The song starts and ends with you.
Slide.
Starts and
Sailor.
ends just for you. The song starts and ends.
Shoulders.
The song starts and ends.
Slide to your right.
The song starts and
Press.
ends with you.
Samba.
Starts and rises just for
Rock and cross. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1.
my love.
That's the
On
music.
anyone else now. No way. My love, you've broken the spell.
Turn and turn.
Sings to me.
Sailor.
A melody that
Rock
sets
forward.
me free. Your love is like a symphony.
One more shoulder. Slide. Press.
Your love is like a
Samba.
symphony. And what a way to set me free. Your love is like a symphony.
Oh, hi, good morning. Okay. We're seeing, I don't know if you could see Bentley on, hi Bentley. Bentley, he's a little traumatized. He went to the vet for the first time yesterday. Didn't go well. We didn't really accomplish much, so we have to go back. So hopefully he'll let me move on. Okay, the retro dance last week, Suicide Blonde. This is the one that we don't know who the choreographer is. Very popular up here in the Northeast, and maybe other people have, know it also. But there's a dance that is, now the name of it I'm forgetting, but it's known as Earthquake in the southern states. And same dance, they just add a kick, ball change, stomp, stomp. They make it a 68 count for world dance. So learning this, you're kind of like learning two dances, okay? So Suicide Blonde, a 4-wall 64 count, no tag, no restart dance. Starts off with toe, heel, triple. Your weight's on your left, so you tap your right toe, your heel, and you triple in place. Some of the step sheets will show you tripling back, but it's mostly done in place. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing left. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Walk starting on the right, 3 steps, kicking your left. 1, 2, 3, low kick. Back left, 6, 7, ball cross, and 8. Relax your knees. Then you do a 2-step, like step to the right. 1, 2, 3, touch, and left, 6, 7, 8. The dance now on the step sheet says to bump 2, 3, 4. Bruno will be doing that because he bumps a lot better than I do. The way I learned it, or we do it in our area, is we kind of swivel in place before it counts. Then you swivel quarter to your right and half to your left, but you're actually quarter to where you started, and the weight would be on your left for 5, 6, and then you do a kickball change, 7 and 8. Remember, this is our walk. We're now going to walk 3, flick and turn half. So it's right, flick your left, and then I'm walking toward 3 o'clock, left, 6, 7, touch out, and I do a quarter. So a half when I went toward 9 o'clock, a quarter when I went to 3. So I'm back at my original wall, okay? Now we're going to back up with, just stepping behind and touching out 4 times. 1 touch 2, 3 touch 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That right touch now becomes a rock. It's rock back followed by 2 shuffles. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 and 6, forward, half turn left, 7, 8. You repeat the 2 shuffles, right and 2, left and 4. Repeat the half turn, 5, 6. So you're back where you started. We add a quarter turn, forward, 8. End of dance, ready to toe, heel, and start again. And as I said, the earthquake dance, once you turn, stomp, stomp, kick, ball change, and start all over again. Okay, so we're doing Suicide Blonde. I will play the Suicide Blonde song from In Excess from 1990. Like I say, last century. And here we go. I start pretty quick. At the 16 counts, I start on the instrumental, but you can wait to the vocals if you'd like. 5, 6, 7. We're gonna walking kick, back and walk forward, side, upward swivel, look right, turn left, kick and walk. Quarter and point. like from here, you can do a Monterey turn and you're back in front. Okay? Suicide blind. So, those were last week's lessons. Now, today, COMME AVANT. C-O-M-M as in Mary, E, and then capital A, V as in Victor, A-N-T. That's the name of the dance. I will be adding the step sheets for the last couple of weeks that aren't on my original 35. So you'll have that there. And again, it is Fabian Rigoli. Okay, has a very fun video. Right now there's just one video out there, and I'm assuming it's Fabian, that he's dancing with a bunch of people at a poolside. They do a really cute, like I say, version. The dance is fine, and then when it's all over, they all jump in the pool. It's adorable. Okay, so nice and easy, 32 counts. In fact, it's like you're learning a 24 count dance because the first 8 counts is repeated. So no tags, no restarts, a great song. It's Latin. I love, actually I haven't gone on yet, I love Latin dancing, and this song, I don't speak any other language. I took French for 4 years in high school and I can only count to 9, but Bruno knows Italian, knows Spanish, so I asked him when we were listening to the music, I said, are they speaking in Spanish? And he said no. It's possible they're singing in French, I don't know, but it is definitely they're speaking another language. If anybody, when they hear it, knows, please let me know. And it's funny, the only version I was able to get is an explicit version. But because I don't understand the language, it was okay for me. So if there's anybody that understands it, I'm apologizing if anything is explicit in this song. Okay, so here we go. The weight starts off on your left. As I said, we're going to do these first 8 counts, and we're going to repeat. The first 8 counts has a quarter turn, so we'll do 2 quarters. I'll see you at 6 o'clock. So your weight's on your left. You're going to side to the right, 1, close 2, and side shuffle 3 and 4. You're going to cross rock recover for 5, 6, and as you side shuffle, you quarter, 7 and 8. We're going to repeat that. Right, close, left, shuffle and 4, cross, recover, shuffle, face 6. Okay, so easy peasy, I hope. 2 counts of 8, weights on your left. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, turn 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, cross, rock, shuffle and turn. Now we're going to do 2 crossing sambas. We did a crossing samba in the Love Like a Symphony. So it's crossing with your right, cross, ball, step, so your right is on the right. Same thing with the left, cross, ball, step. With numbers, right foot, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then you're going to do a rocking chair. So we're staying here at 6 o'clock, rocking forward, recover left, back right, recover left for 5, 6, 7, 8. So putting that all together, your weight is on your left from your quarter turn triple. We're going to do a right samba. 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, rock 6, 7, 8. Okay, our final 8 starts off with step half, step quarter. For those who don't want to turn, I'll be right with you with an option, but we're stepping forward on the right, half turn towards your left, weight goes on the left on count 2, stepping forward again on the right on 3, quarter turn, weight goes left, and you are on count 4. If you notice, that's the first wall we visited, 9 o'clock when we started, and then we're going to end with a jazz or box step cross. You cross on 5, back up 6, step side right, cross on 8, and then you're ready to start side, close, cha-cha-cha, cross, rock, cha-cha, quarter. Repeat, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Samba, right and 2, left and 4, rocking chair 6, 7, 8, step half turn, step quarter turn, jazz 6, 7, cross 8. Now for those who don't want to turn, I'll show you from the side. I always say this when we have a turn that equals 3 quarters in one direction, you do 1 quarter in the opposite. So in this dance, if I was starting at 9 o'clock and I'm doing step half left, step quarter left, I wound up with a 3/4 turn to my left, but I wound up over here at 12 o'clock. So if I take a quarter right, what I would do is have you rock, recover, back and turn right to left. So my weight is on my left, and then I would be here, and then I would cross 6, 7, 8. So when we're ready to turn, I will say rock or turn. For those who are not turning, just rock, recover in place, and then quarter turn to your right. For those who are turning, you're going to step and half to your left, followed by step and quarter. Okay? Is everybody good? I can put on the music. Like I say, nice and easy dance, COMME AVANT by Fabian Regali. Alrighty, so let me find the song. The song is called the same as the dance, COMME AVANT. Alrighty. All right, there's a lead in, I believe it's 16 counts. We shall see.
Tamo junto, junto e misturado. Se não for nós, não muito obrigado. Sempre é tu junto, com Tony para carro. Se chama nu, não muito obrigado.
Quand je pense à toi, moi tous mes potes ils font la fête. Mais moi je pense à toi, tu m'as tellement faite. Quand je pense à toi, je ne fais que penser à toi. Je pense à toi et je m'en passe. Je n'oublie plus rien que moi. Tu ne te concernes pas. Je suis prêt à te promettre tout ce qui ne se promet pas. La vie, la mort, évidemment. Mais moi je m'en si tu l'ignores. La vie t'es mienne, tous les jours. Les chrysanthèmes font éclat. Et je t'aime d'amour, ça jamais je l'amour. Mais peut-être à bout si le monde est à nous. On a passé les dents, des bisous sur la joue. Besoin d'une nuit d'amour tout en haut de la vie. Près des étoiles, j'aimerais que tu t'aimes. On t'envoie, ma bella, si j'étais tes hommes. Près des étoiles, j'aimerais que tu te dévoiles. On t'envoie, ma bella, si j'étais tes hommes.
Tamo junto, junto e misturado. Se não for nós, não muito obrigado. Sempre é tu junto, com Tony para carro. Se sepa nu, não muito obrigado. Sempre é tu junto. Chegou na marra e já foi me pedindo o número do meu celular. Saiba que eu não sou fácil, não. E o seu jeito de olhar. Em primeiro lugar, é pouco em segundo lugar. Traz o champanhe pra negociar. Esse é meu jeito de amar. E tudo que você quiser, eu vou fazer. É só chamar. E tudo que eu sempre quis, você me faz, você me dá.
Je n'écris que des cicatrices quand t'es plus là, quand tu t'en vas. Et je serai encore plus triste si t'es plus là, si tu t'en vas.
Tamo junto, junto e misturado. Se não for nós, não muito obrigado. Sempre é tu junto, com tudo para o corpo. Se sepa nu, não muito obrigado.
Oh, oh. And that's the end. And everybody jumps in the pool. An adorable dance. I'll probably use it as a warm-up in the future. For those that teach beginners, it's a great little way to teach, a different direction on your cha-chas, as also the crossing sambas and such. So really cute. I will add the step sheet soon. Okay, before I begin, I meant to mention, some of you have been very, very generous sending me gifts, and I don't expect anything, I don't want anything. Anybody that has sent me money, the money is being donated to our granddaughter's charity, Lala and Mimi's Pajama Project. There's no need to send me any money. I'm doing this for me as well as for you. Keeps me moving. But I also got some other gifts. Donna Gracio from Florida crocheted this beautiful doily. It goes perfectly with my colors in our family room, so I love it. And then this beautiful shirt was created by Susan Beeching of Massachusetts, and her husband painted, I don't know if you can see this rosebud in the middle, and I'm just thrilled with this. So thank you. There's from the bottom of my heart. There's no need to do that, but boy, was that nice. These are very, very nice little surprises for me. Okay, so today is September 1st. Unbelievable. Just 3 months, September, October, November, no, I'm sorry, 4 months to New Year's. Hopefully 2021 will be a good year. But today being Tuesday, and also because Bruno suggested it, we're going to do Tuesday Blues by Simon Ward. A 2-wall dance, 64 counts, 2 restarts at the same spot at I believe 44 counts, and at that point one of them is in the back and one of them is in the front, but it's a really smooth transition because it's a Simon dance. When we teach it, I remember even when I taught this years ago, because it's 5 years old this month, you're teaching steps like sailor steps and you know, crossing shuffles and different things that we normally do, and it's certainly counted as 1 and 2, 3s and 4s, things like that. But once the music comes on, the timing is different, okay? And then that's what I'm going to try to convey in my lesson. We'll learn the steps, but once the music comes on, if it doesn't happen right away and you get to practice it on your own and such, just really get into that music, and you might be, instead of doing a 1 and 2, you might be doing a 1 and 2 or 1 and 2. Like, I can't explain it until it happens, but that's really what makes this dance so beautiful. His musicality, like I said to him, he unfortunately, I have an ability to contact him. He contacts me back. I talked about his musicality just explodes when you do this. So I hope you get that feeling with it. If it's a bit much for you, I know some of the people that are in this group aren't you know, dancers that have been dancing for a long time. So if it seems challenging, just go with the flow. If you even get just some of it and such, it's just such a beautiful dance. So there are mostly going to be syncopated steps, the 1 and a 2 and 3, and I'm sorry, no, 1 and 2, 3s and 4s. There are some straight counts. Being the math person that I am, I counted, there's 12 of them. 12 out of the 64 straight counts, and I will of course bring them up when we're there. But there is a lot of, like I say, syncopation. So anyway, I'll stop talking. Let's start teaching. I hope you enjoy Tuesday Blues. Okay, weight starts off on your left. We're going to start off with 3 straight counts. We're going to walk forward, right, left, right, for 1, 2, 3. When you're walking, if you want to style it a little, you kind of lift your knee a little as you're, you know, kind of coming forward like that. All right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On 4 and 5, as we're stepping right, left, right. 4 and 5 is step quarter cross. 4 and 5. Kind of like looking at 4:30. 6 and 7 is going to be a hinge turn, and I'm going to wind up at 7:30. There's going to be right and forward. 6 and 7, and I'm in here now to a 7:30. 8 and 1 is going to be a shuffle left. 8 and 1. By the way, in this dance, all 8 sections will end 8 and 1. 8 and 1. And it just very smoothly goes into the beginning of the dance, okay? So the first 8 counts ended with a left shuffle, 8 and 1. I'm going to go over that, and then the next one is also going to end with a shuffle, 8 and 1, left shuffle. So right away you could think, I'm going to do 2 left shuffles. Okay, so here we go, starting again. Weights on the left, 3 steps, rocking quarter. You're going to turn quarter to the right, and we're going to hinge a quarter and 3/8 over to 7:30, and then a straight shuffle left. Okay, so walking on that right, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, cross 5, 6 and 7, shuffle and 1, 8 and 1. I hope I'm not too close to the, I was going to say refrigerator. That's not a refrigerator. What is that? Fireplace. The refrigerator's over there. I know last week I was hanging too close to here, so please let Bruno know if you can't see my feet. All I did was shuffle 8 and 1. Okay? One more time with just numbers. Weights on your left. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 4 and 5. 6 and 7. 8 and 1. Is everybody with me? Weights on your left. 8 and 1. We're now going to do 2 more triples, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. The right one, the 2 and 3, is going to be a mambo. Rock forward and coming back, but you're going to sweep your left foot when you finish it. So it's going to be, a mambo would be rock, recover, step slightly back. When I step back on that right foot, I'm going to sweep. This is 2 and 3, so it's rock and 3. I'm sweeping the left. The left is going to do a sailor. Okay, now when we do a sailor, it's behind ball step, or behind ball open. Okay, so I just swept my left foot. As I do the left sailor though, Simon would like you to move back a little, so I'm going to sweep behind 4 and 5. I'm sweeping left foot behind right, 4 and 5. Still kind of facing 7:30. All right, so I'm going to put my weight on the left. I just shuffled left, 8 and 1. Right mambo with a sweep, left sailor with a sweep. So I'm rocking on the right. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. We got it? Let's do this. Let's put your weight back on the right. I'm going to do the shuffle left, 8 and 1, followed by the right mambo and the left sailor. Okay? Move it back more.
Just a little.
Is that better?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm based on the right. I'm shuffling now for 8 and 1. Right mambo, 2 and 3 with a sweep on the left, a left sailor for 4 and 5. Okay, so shuffling, ready, and 8 and 1, 2 and 3, sailor 5. Your weight's on the left. Let's add that to the beginning. Weight's on your right, 3 walks and a rock and quarter. Hinge turn left, shuffle left. Here we go. 7, 8. Whoops. Weight's on your left. 7, 8. Walk 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. Shuffle 8 and 1, 2 and sweep. Sailor 5. Good? 6 and 7. Okay, we're going to change a couple of walls here on 6 and 7. I'm at 7:30. Okay, I'm going to take this really slow, but when it zips around, we're going to wind up facing 9 o'clock. We'll be doing our turns to the left. You're going to step back on the right on 6, looking at 6 o'clock. Okay, the end, I'm going to step and face 3 o'clock with my left foot. Then I'm going to do a half turn to my left, and I'm going to step back onto the weight on my right foot. All right, so I was here. I did a left sailor, 4 and 5, and I'm going to be turning around toward my left. 6 and 7. My weight is on the right. And remember, I threatened you with another left shuffle, going straight to 9 o'clock. Shuffle left, 8 and 1. Okay, so face 7:30. I'm going to do the left. I'm going to put your weight on the right. I'm going to do the left. Coming from the sweep, I'm going to do the left sailor for 4 and 5. All right, you're facing the corner. Sweeping, you're going behind 4 and 5. And now we're going to take the long way around to get over here. Going behind with your right, 6 and 7. I step forward on the right, turned and put the weight on the right. And then straight shuffle left, 8 and 1. Okay? Let's face 7:30, take it back a little bit more. Shuffling on the left, 8 and 1. Followed by the right mambo sweep for 2 and 3. Your left sailor for 4 and 5, and taking the long way around. Now, of course, for those who don't want to turn, I'm talking about the long way around. If you don't want to make that sweeping, half turn and weight going on the right, you can just go back, and step, and you'd be right here. Take the shortcut, 1/8 over here to the right. Otherwise, we're going all the way around. Alrighty? So, put your weight on the right. I'm staying away from the fireplace. Shuffling left on 8 and 1, followed by your right mambo. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. 2 and 3. 4 and 5. 6 and 7. Shuffle 1. 8 and 1 to 9 o'clock. All right, so the key with that, when I finish my left sailor, I'm leading with the right. I'm doing right, left, right. Okay, so my weight wants to wind, the weight should end up on your right foot. All right, I'm stepping back on the right on 6, facing 6 o'clock. When I step on the left, I'm facing 3 o'clock. When I do a half turn to the left, I keep the weight on the right to face 9 o'clock. So I'm stepping right, left, right, and taking a long way around to get here. And for those who don't want to, just go back and side, and you'll be right here. All right, so let's add that together. We've done 2 sets of 8, and we are facing 9 o'clock. All right, let's see how we go. Please send your comments to Bruno. He is feverishly watching them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing good? Let me know if there's anything I need to go over. Weights on your left. 3 steps, quarter right, hinge left, and then let's see what happens. Here we go. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, shuffle 8 and 1, mambo 3, sailor 5, 6 and 7, shuffle, foot was up in the air, shuffle 1, 8 and 1. Okay, once more, weights on your left, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1.
Okay, request, can you just do the sailor and turn once slowly, just that part?
Sure. The sailor from the left sailor. Okay, I just finished my mambo, so I have that sweep. Remember, when you mambo 2 and 3, you want to start that sweep at the same time so your sailor can, you're up here in the front with the mambo, you want that foot to be further back so you can sweep behind for your sailor. So the sailor, the count is 4 and 5. So behind, 4, ball, 5, 4 and 5. My weight is left. So it's nothing fancy, there's no turn in that. I'm staying at 7:30, but if you can, move slightly back. If you can't, no big deal. You're still doing your sailor, okay? So let me just bring it in with the mambo, okay, the mambo sweep. So my weight is on my left from shuffling 8 and 1. The mambo is 2 and 3, so it's going to be rock and 3 as this sweep, so it's closer to go behind. Then I do a regular left sailor, 4 and 5, weight is left. Now right, left, right. Long way around to the left, short way to the right. Meet me here at 9 o'clock. Crossing behind, 6 and 7, weight is right, 8 and 1. Okay, is that good? Left sailor is just a sailor, not going anywhere, just staying there. Okay, good. All right, so we ended up 9 o'clock, shuffling forward, 8 and 1. We're going to have 2 straight counts. After that 1, 2, 3 in the beginning, this is the next time. It's just a rock, recover, 2 and 3. Now I'm facing 9 o'clock. When I do 4 and 5, I'm going to be facing 12 o'clock. Okay? What you want to do, if you're going to do the turns, it's half, half, quarter. All right? As I rock, you can do a little bit of a torque of your body. As you come forward on that right foot, pull your left shoulder back. As you recover, then you're going to start turning to the right. Okay? So this is 2, 3, 4 and 5 is, you're at 9 o'clock, so it's going to be a quarter, and then another half, and another half. 4 and 5, and I'm going to be facing 12 o'clock. So what it looks like, if I wasn't going slow, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I want to be facing 12 o'clock with my weight on the right. Okay, for those who don't want to turn, you would just do your quarter right. 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a side shuffle, and you'll get there. Okay, because it is a quick, slow, 4 and 5. All right, so come back a little bit. Weights on your right. I'm going to do the shuffle 8 and 1. This is after you did your sailor and you did your right, left, right to get to 9 o'clock, and your weight is on your right. So we're shuffling left, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And I am facing 12 o'clock where I started. Okay? Taking it from the beginning. We're here. Hopefully I'll see you here in a moment. Weights on the left, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And my weight is on my right. Now remember, if you don't want to turn, you're just going to rock, recover, quarter, shuffle. Okay? 4 and 5. Now we have 6 and 7 and 8 and 1. Lots of stuff. So I just finished with my weight on my right. May I go on? Everybody okay?
Can you repeat the last 8, please?
The last 8? Well, I only got, which last 8? I only got up to 5, but what I just did? Okay, from the left shuffle?
No, I think they mean the last 8 count of what you did so far.
No, I did just 4, I only got up to 5. Okay, so if I'm facing 9 o'clock, my weight was on the right on 7. I'm going to shuffle left, 8 and 1, 2, 3, rock, recover. If you know you're going to do all the turns, well, even if you're only going to do a quarter, you could bring that left shoulder back on 2, recover 3, and then we're going to turn to the right, 4 and 5. Right, left, right to be over here. Okay? I'll take it from the left shuffle going into the corner. This is your first 8 and 1. Facing 7:30, and I'm shuffling left, 8 and 1. Mambo 3, Sailor 5, 6 and 7. Weight is right. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You're not turning. 2, 3, shuffle 5. Okay, everybody good?
Okay. Rhoda's saying technically it's a half quarter.
I know, it's a half quarter. I said quarter, half. It just, I'll see you in the front. I mean, because you're coming from here and you're doing a half, and a quarter. Thank you, Miss Rona. I appreciate that. In my head, I know I said quarter, half, and it is half, quarter. I'll see you over there, right? Okay. All right, let's go that far. One more time. Weights on your left. We're walking. 7, 8. Right. 2, 3, 4 and 5. 6 and 7, 8 and 1. Mambo 3. Sailor 5. 6 and 7, 8 and 1. 2, 3. Half, quarter. 4 and 5. Let's move it a little over here. 5. We're going to weave over and under 6 and 7. Am I got that right? 8 and 1. Am I doing that right? Wait. 4 and 5. 6 and 7 and 8 and because I'm thinking about the half, quarter, and the quarter, half. Now I lost it. Thank you, Rona. Only kidding. I'm only kidding. 6 and 7. 4 and 5. Where's my 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, we did 4 and 5. It is over and under for 6 and 7. We're sweeping, and then under in here, 8 and 1 end. 8 and 1 end. Okay. Sorry about that. So your weight was on the right on 5. We're going to go over and under with a sweep. 6 and 7, sweeping, under and over. 8 and 1 end. Alrighty? So we're doing weaves. Over and under, sweep, under and over. Your weight is on the right on 5. Cross in front. 6 and 7, sweep. 8 and 1 end. You want to wind up with your weight on the left on end. Here's my favorite parts coming up. You're going to rock back 2, recover 3. 2, 3, and 4, 5, half, 6. I love that part. Okay, I don't want to rush you. Weights on your right on 5. Going over. 6 and 7, sweep. Now go under. 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and back 4, 5 and 6. Swing it around in your face and 6 o'clock. Okay? Weight is on the right on 5. Going over. 6 and 7, sweep. 8 and 1 and rock. This is when they talk about thunder, and it just so fits the music. So I'm rocking 2, 3, bull, rock, 4, recover, step, half. And your weight is on the right foot on 6. Just to finish this, it's going to end on 7 and 8. It's going to be a vaudeville. cross, ball, heel. 7 and 8. Alrighty? So, let me take it from, taking it from the left shuffle, 8 and 1, into your rock. So your weight is on your right. You're shuffling towards 9 o'clock. Ready? 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, cross, heel, 8, cross and 8. Okay, when you come from your rock, recover, 4 and 5. I believe you sweep on that 5 too. If I left that out, I apologize. Yes, okay. I was so concentrating on getting you here on 4 and 5, I forgot to mention the left sweep to remind you that you're going to weave, okay? So when I'm rocking, let's rock on the right for 2, 3. Okay, whether you quarter side shuffle or do half quarter on 4 and 5. So we're going 2, 3, 4 and 5. Start sweeping that left foot at the same time. Now you're going to cross over. 6 and 7 is under. You're sweeping the right. Don't go under an 8. 8 and 1 end. All right, so all that's going to be quick. Here comes 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 end. Rocking back 2, 3 and 4, 5, turn and land on the right on 6. Okay, and then you cross left over right, 7, ball, heel on 8. 7 and 8. Okay, I know this is tough because you're facing 6 o'clock. If you want to watch for now and then pick it up later. So I just did cross, ball, heel, 7 and 8. Now, but it goes 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. So after I hit my heel on 8, I'm going to do a ball cross and 1 and 2. So let's add that. Okay, what I'd like you to do is step on your right as you sweep your left. That's going to be count 5. 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and heel and 1 and 2. I hope you're with me. Okay? Almost. That's beyond the halfway point, I believe. 6 and 7, 8 and 1. Bump, bump, bump. Crossing, yes. So, from the beginning, I'll see you in the back with the crossing shuffle. Okay? Weights on your left. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and heel and 1 and 2. Are you with me? Yes, yes, yes. I hope. As I always say, blissfully unaware of what is happening. But I hope you're good. So we just did a left vaudeville, cross and heel for 7 and 8. Ball cross and 1 and 2. So your weight is on your right. We're now going to do side rock cross for 3 and 4. Now on the sheet it says side rock cross, touch the right next to the left for 3 and 4 end. And we're going to begin a series of nightclub basics. I watched Simon dance over and over. Simon never does a touch on the end count. So what I don't want to get into his head. I didn't get a chance to ask him this. I think when he does 3 and 4, he has like a slight lift on his right foot. It's kind of passing by his left foot before he goes into the nightclub basic. So don't get hung up on that touch. And it is an end count. So you're going to go 3 and 4. And if you touch, it's end into 5, 6 and. So what I've been doing, I'm doing 3 and 4, and I just lift my right foot on the end count. I don't touch it next to the right. I don't want to feel that I'm doing that touch because it just changes something on me. And like I say, when you watch Simon, you won't see any official touch. You'll just see him sliding his foot over. So what's happening, you were right over left on 1 and 2. Definitely no end count after that. 3 and 4 is your side rock. 3 and cross 4. You want to lift up your right foot on end. We're now going into nightclub basics. For those that are new to this, I'll turn around for a second. When we do nightclub basics, in most dances, the count is 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. It's usually slide, quick rock, slide, quick rock, okay? There are lots of variations, but this is the one we're going to do. So the count when we're starting will be 5, 5, 6 and, 7, 8 and. Now we're going to do it again. But on these 2 sets of right and left basics, when you finish your left basic, you're going to do a quarter left. Okay, so you're going to go 5, 6 and, 7, 8, turn. And then it'll be 1, 2 and 3, 4, turn. So you're going to turn at the last, even though you're rocking, recovering, you're going to turn left. So now you're facing 6 o'clock. Okay, your weight is on the left on 3 and 4. Whether you touch, if you want to touch, or just lift that right foot slightly, we're going to slide out to the right on count 5. You're going to quick rock recover, 6 end. You're going to slide to the left, 7. You're going to rock back on 8, but when you recover, quarter left. So it's going to be...
We're asking that, the request is that you not go past the 3 blonde,
I know.
blonde floorboards, I'm assuming.
I'm not supposed to pass
it's those.
here. I'm not supposed to pass here.
I think it's those lighter ones right there.
Yeah, see, now it would be nice to put Bentley right here, but now he's unconscious on the couch. If we used him as a block, I apologize. I gravitate toward the fireplace. All right, so just before that, when I was talking about, if you're watching me now, 6 o'clock, I'm doing cross and cross, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and I'm kind of lifting on end, and I'm going to slide out, 5, 6 and, 7, 8 end, and I'm going to turn. When I recover, I'm going to quarter left. Now I slide again, 1, 2 and 3, 4 end, and I'm back in my original wall. Just know that. You can do 2 sets of nightclub basic. When you're done, you're on your original wall. All right? The other thing, the reason I want to mention that is that's where the 2 restarts happen. When I'm on the 3 o'clock wall, I'm going 1, 2 and 3, 4 and, that's 44 counts. That's where the restart would happen. Walk, 2, 3. And you restart on the same wall. Okay, so in this dance, we'll do all of 64 on the 12 o'clock wall. When we start second wall at 6 o'clock, the 44 counts will happen at the 6 o'clock wall, and we'll restart in the back. Okay, so you would be at your 6 o'clock wall beginning, so at the 3 o'clock when you do your 7, 8 end, and then you would restart. So, but the point is you're doing basics, 2 in a row, right and left basics, turning left at the end. So the count is, when I'm doing the first one, it's 5, 6 end, and the 6 end is the rock recover. The slide then is 7, and your rock recover is 8 end. But when I rock back and recover, I want to turn left, so I'm recovering to 3 o'clock. Then I slide 1, 2 and 3, 4 quarter, 4 end. Okay? And then the dance goes on. So I'm going to start you from the beginning, and I'm going to meet you in the same wall. Okay? We're doing 44 counts, only 20 more to go. Okay? Oh. How are we doing, by the way? Everybody okay?
Yeah, people are slowly getting it. We were asked for a repeat, but that's what you're about to do.
I'm going to do. I am going to repeat. Anytime, stop me, correct me if I'm screwing anything up. Again, I appreciate everyone has said half, quarter. The deal is, it's a lot. There's a lot to, for those who have never done the dance before, it's a lot to absorb, but the music helps so much, so much. Okay, so here we go, 44 counts. Weights on your left. 7, 8. Walk 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, sailor 5, 6 and 7, shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1, 2 and 3, 4, turn. Everybody facing 12 o'clock, I hope? Okay, we have some straight counts now. Weights on your left, as we did 4 and. 5 is forward on the right. 6 is left. 7 is weight that you turn and the weight is on the left. Okay, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Let me just make sure I got the counts right on that. Okay, we rock it a little bit long. Da, da, da. 40 basic. Okay, step, step, half. So 5, 6. You're going to turn and your weight's going to stay on the left. So I just did the 3, 4, and my weight is left. I'm going to step 5, half turn with the weight on the left on 6. Okay, and then I'm going to turn to the right to get over here. Okay, right, Bruno? Right? Okay. 5, 6, 7. It's 3 straight counts. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go forward on the right, and then I'm turning to the right to get over to 3 o'clock on 8 and 1. All right, so I'm here on 4. 5, 6, 7. So 3 straight counts. 5, 6, 7. Right, left, right. All right, so come over here at 3 o'clock. Let's do the basic to the left on count 3. Okay, ready? 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. My weight's on the right. And now I'm going to do 8 and 1. I'm going to do step, half, quarter, and I'm going to be over here. 8 and 1. And I'm going to cross rock 1, recover 2. Okay, these are slow, straight counts. So 5, 6, 7 will hold counts. 8 and 1, recover 2. All right, this is a little tricky with what we're doing. I realize that. I did a quarter on end, 4 end. 5, 6, weight is right. 7, right, left, right, but straight counts. Then I'm turning to the right. 8 and 1, recover 2. All righty, so face 6 o'clock and put your right foot over the left as if we just did 1 and 2. I'm going to start with the side rock cross on 3 and 4, going into our 2 basics with a quarter left after the left basic both times, okay? So rocking to the left, ready? 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, recover 2. Am I too far forward? When I do the left basic, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Straight counts. Weight is on the right. Turning to my right, 6 and 6 and 7. 8 and I was counting backwards. 8 and 1, 2. Okay? Take it from the beginning. And we would be doing that cross rock at the 3 o'clock walk. We're getting close. Walking on your right. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, cross and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2. Okay, I hope you're with me. We're going to check that. I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. 1, 2. Now from 1, 2.
Need from vaudeville.
From the vaudeville. Okay. Okay, from the vaudeville. So you got back here, your weight was on the right on count 6. You're doing a regular vaudeville, cross ball heel. So it's 7 and 8. Into a ball cross and 1 ball 2. All right, so your weight is on the right on count 6, vaudeville, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. Side rock on 3, 3 and 4. It says touch, you hesitate or lift, and we're going to go into your basics. 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn on the end. Another basic. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. My weight is on the left. I'm home where I started. 5, half onto the left on 6, shifting weight to the right on 7. And if you want, you can slightly toe out. You say, I'm going to turn half to the right, 8 and. I'm facing 3 o'clock, cross 1, and then you recover 2, but we're going to do 2 and 3. It's going to keep going. I'm going to come forward here as I cross 1, 2. Okay, then it's and 3 and 4. So my weight is on the right on 2, and 3 and 4, and I'm sweeping my left foot on 4. All right, I rocked left, 1, and I'm over. 1, 2, and over and under with a sweep. Okay, I'm stepping back on the left 5. As I step back on the right 6, I'm going to hook at the same time. So it's left, right with a hook. That's count 6 with a hook. Stepping down on 7, and then I'm going to do a step, half turn, 8 and 1. And I'm facing my new wall for the last time. Okay, I'm back there on 1 with my right foot. All right, so let's do this. Face 3 o'clock. Put your weight on your right. Okay, I'm going to slide and do the basic to the left on count 3. Okay, and I'm going to quarter turn on the end. It's going to be 3, 4 end. By end, I'll be facing 12 o'clock. All right, so slide into the left, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Turning right, 8 and rock. 2 and 3 and sweep that left 4, 5, hook 6, 7, step half quarter, 8 and 1. And then you're facing 6 o'clock and we stay here. All right, we still have one more 8 and it's all syncopated. Okay, let's start from the beginning. We have done 57 counts. Okay, we're almost there. We only have 7 counts to go, but it's about 27 steps. No, only kidding. But anyway, one more part to go. Weights on the left. Good luck to me. Good luck to you. 7, 8. Walk 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. Mambo 3, Sailor 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. Prep 3, 4 and sweep, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, vaudeville heel, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and slide, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, hook, 7, step, half, 1. Okay. Now, you had asked me to do the vaudeville. We're going to do 2 of them now. You're facing the back. You can watch me for a second. I just stepped on the right foot 1.
Sorry, do we have the last 8?
The last 8? From here? Okay,
This is before
I'm
the
not
vote.
sure where the list. I'm going to take you from facing 3 o'clock, starting with the right basic on 1. This was after your first quarter left. On the second, the left basic. Now you got 1 more set of basics at 3 o'clock, turning on for end, on the end count to be at 12 o'clock. I'm not sure if this is where you want me to go, but this is where I'm going. Okay? So here I am. Weights on the left, basic right. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Your weight is on the right and 7. Turning to the right, so you can toe out toward the right. 8 and rock. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I'm sweeping my left on 4. The weight is right. I'm going to step back. 5, 6. On 6, my weight is right, but I'm hooking the left at the same time. Stepping on 7. 8N is a step pivot. Forward half. 8N, another quarter, 1. 8 and 1. Your weight is on the right. Okay, once more without stopping in between. Basic on count 1 at 3 o'clock. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. I think I gave you 2 8s. You only asked for 1, I gave you 2. Is everybody good? Weight should be on your right foot at 6 o'clock. We're now going to do 2 vaudevilles. Okay, we're here on right 1. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 then. You're going to do cross ball heel and cross ball heel. And then you're going to step end again. Okay, so I'm here on the right foot 1. As I cross, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 end. Step left, 6. And then 2 step half turns. This is 6 as I turn, 7 and 8 end. Step turn, step turn. Obviously, if you don't want to do the fast turn, rocking chair, 7 and 8 end, begin 1. Okay, so let's take it from the hook. Your weight's on the right, you're hooked on count 6. Hook, you step down. Remember, anytime you're lifting up in the air, whether it's a kick, a hitch, whatever, you know the next step is going to be putting it down. So you're hooked on 6, step down on the left on 7, step half, 8 end, step quarter, 1. Remember, every part of this dance, 8 and 1. There's never any change. 8 and 1, 8 and 1. So we're hooking on 6, 6, 7, 8, and 1. You got a moment, it's not 1 end, it's 2. So you're stepping on the right on 1. You're going to cross with the 2. 2 and 3 and cross and 4 and step. I probably missed that count. Let me do that again. My weight is on the right 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So you do ball step. The weight is left. Step half, 7 and 8 and 1 to begin with the walk. And if you don't want to do that, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Well, I'm on the wrong foot again. What am I doing? Starting with the left foot crossing. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1. So just substitute a rocking chair, a quick rocking chair, if you don't want to do the step halves. But it is step half, walk. Okay? The whole thing from the beginning. Good luck to me. Good luck to you. He's being very good. Just the music's not playing yet. Okay, I'm going to start closer so I can stay away from the fireplace. Okay, weights on your left. We be walking. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1, 2 and 3, 4, turn 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, hook, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and walk. How are we doing? I'm going to play the music and just do it once with music so you get to feel where you have to hesitate a little on some of the steps you know so well, like your mambos and your sailors.
Seems okay.
Seems okay? Okay.
I mean, no request for any particular section.
Okay. Gonna play a little bit of the music. Let me over here. And let me pitch it down. Now I'm hoping, I just want to play a little bit of the music that one time and then we'll try the second wall. The second wall will have that restart after the second set of nightclubs. And you'll restart on the same wall, the back wall. Okay? So here we go. I will be doing it with the turns until Bruno comes later. 6, 7, 8, 1.
Don't wish it away.
4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 6, 7 and
Between you and me,
rock, recover,
I could honestly say that things can only get better.
and 2 and 4,
And once I get away,
1 and 2, 3 and 4,
God's
5,
got demons inside. I don't want to be like
6,
before you and me run to the place that my heart will be high. And I guess that's why they call it.
How do we do? Did you feel how you did a little slight hesitation on that mambo step, sailor step, da da da, ba ba ba? So in your head you might be saying mambo sailor, but once you know and get into that music, you got to change the timing a little to fit the music. That's what Simon does so brilliantly. Okay, so I realize the whole learning process. You got to figure out the steps. You got to remember the steps. But once the music is playing, it makes a big difference.
People
We
seem
good?
to be doing well with a wall, you know.
Okay.
No request for a particular thing.
Is it still Tuesday? How are we doing? What time is it? 11 o'clock? Almost 12. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do the second wall and get into the restore. All right? So you just finished with your double turn. Your weight is left. We're ready to walk. Okay? Let me come back as far as I can. Walking on the, either watch me or listen to me. I'm sure you can do this. Your face in the back. We're walking right, 2, 3, 4, quarter cross 5, over your left shoulder. Turn, turn, 7, shuffling. Now to 7:30, 8 and 1. Remember, now this is your 6 o'clock. Okay, 8 and 1. We're going to do the mambo. 2 and 3, you're sweeping, your sailor. 4 and 5, we're turning to the left. 6 and 7, weights on that right. Okay, shuffling again, 8 and 1, but to 9 o'clock, 8 and 1. Sorry, I said those 2. Okay, here, 8 and 1. Slow rock. 2, 3. You're prepping by pulling the left shoulder. 2, 3. Half, half, quarter. 4 and 5. You're facing 6 o'clock. We're sweeping at the same time with 5. We're doing over and under. 6 and 7, sweeping. 8 and 1 and. Here comes the rock. 2. Recover and 4. Recover and turn 6. Now your vaudeville. 7 and 8. Ball 1 and 2. Are you with me? Go that far. Once more in the back. You did good. Walking on the right. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and sweep, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, sweeping, 6 and 7, sweeping again, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. Side rock cross, 3 and 4. Touch or lift, 5. Now start your basics. 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1. Okay, we're now on count 41. You're only going to do 44. 2 and 3, 4 and restart. Okay, so as soon as you do the second set of basics and quarter left to the original wall you started on, which is 6 o'clock, you will begin again, walk, walk, walk. All right? Now, let's just go that far, restart and go that far again, and then we'll finish the second wall. Facing 6 o'clock from the beginning, and I'm going to do the restart and do it again. Okay, I hope you're with me. Walking on that right. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, turn 1, 2 and 3, 4, turn, restart, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, mambo sweep, sailor step, turn weights right, shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, recover and 4, recover, turn 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, when I get screwed up, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. This is where we left off. So the first time you're restarting, now you're here facing 6 o'clock on the end count. You step on the right count on 5. Half turn to the right, weight goes left, 6. Shift your weight to the right or slightly step forward on 7. If you want, you can point your toe out. That would be a good thing. Now you're going to turn right. Let me give you an option in a moment, but you're turning right, 8 and rock 1. For those who don't want to turn, when you were here on the right, instead of, where were we? We were here. Oh, Lordy. When we were back here, and you stepped on the right on count 5, 6, 7. If you're not going to turn all the way around to the right to there, you can just go 8 and rock, recover. Just run, run forward, okay, if you don't want to do that turn. All right, so I'm taking it from, you're facing your 3 o'clock. I'm going to do the second basic into the rest of the dance. So you step into the right on 1. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Turning right or not, 8, and rock. 2, and 3, and 4. I'm sweeping. Step left 5, step right with a hook 6, forward 7, pivot, 8 and quarter 1. Now 2 vaudeville's, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Double turn or rocking chair, 7 and 8 and 1, 2, etc. Okay, now, I mentioned there were 2 restarts. They're at the same spot, and they're easy to hear because the instrumental music plays during the basics, and then you restart. So the first time we start the dance at 12 o'clock, you do the whole 64 counts. Second time when you're starting at 6 o'clock, you will only get as far as the basic right at 3 o'clock, basic with a turn, restart at 6 o'clock. You'll do the whole dance, which will be now wall 3 in the back. When you finish the 64 and you're in the front, you just did your double pivots. When you start again on wall 4 in the front, you will do just 44 counts again. So you will be at 3 o'clock and you'll do your basic with a turn, and you'll restart. And when you restart again, that becomes wall 5, and you get to do it 2 more times, 5 and 6. And then the way it ends is Simon just does the first 8 counts and spins around. So if we're finishing wall 6 in the back, and you're in the front here and you're ready to do your 7 and 8 and you'll do 8 counts. You'll do walk, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, and then he goes shuffle, step, and he turns around. Well, he does a 3, he goes left, I'm going right. But that's it, it ends with 8 and 1, and then you come around to the front. I just normally just take the shortcut, but you can do the spin around to the front. But that's it. So full wall 64, back wall 44, restarting in the back, full wall. Come around to the front, that's wall 4, you will do 44 counts, restart in the front, that's wall 5, full in the back, wall 6, and then just 8 counts. So you do the dance a total of 4 full times with 2 44s, but when you do that second restart in the front, then you know you're going to get to do the 2 walls, front and back, complete. That's the only time that that happens. Yes?
We have a request for the rest of the dance after the restart spot on the back wall.
Okay. Finishing the dance.
Is that the first one?
Sure. Okay.
Is that the first restart?
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying you're okay up to the restart, but it's what happens after, after 44. Okay. So I'm going to take it. You're assuming we started at 6 o'clock. We're facing the 3 o'clock wall of the back wall. Okay. Here, I'm going to take you from count 40, which is the basic and the quarter. We're not going to restart. We're going to finish the dance. If I'm understanding the request.
Yeah, I think what the request is to finish the dance.
Sure, to finish the dance on the back wall.
On the back wall.
Okay, so we're here, and we're ready to do our second set of basics, turning on the quarter at the end of the left. So we're going here, 1, 2, and 3, 4, end. So if I was restarting, that's where we're going to restart. But now I'm not restarting. Okay, you get to do the back wall twice without a restart. So your weight is on the left on end. 5, it goes forward on the right. Left is forward with a half turn, keeping your weight on the left. 6. Right is just shifting your weight to the right on 7, but as I was saying, if you want to point your toe, if you know you're going to do the turn, because we're going to turn around to the right on 8 and 1. So weight's on the right on 7, and now I'm going to step on that left, 8, and rock 1. As I recover 2 end, it becomes recover 2 and 3 cross and 4 with a sweep. I step back on the left on 5. As I step back on the right on 6, I hook the left, and then I step 7. Then it's step half quarter, 8 and 1. I'm on the new wall, 2 vaudevilles. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Weights on the left on 6. 7 and 8 end is a rocking chair, or it was choreographed with a double half to the left. 7 and 8 and walk 2, 3. Okay? Clear as mud?
It was further clarified as after the nightclubs.
Okay, so after the nightclubs. Okay. So, after the nightclub, if we're going to do after the nightclubs, then face 12 o'clock. This would be where the nightclub starts on count 5. You would have started at 6 o'clock. The first set of nightclubs happen halfway, okay, on the new wall, all right? So we would have started at 6 o'clock. I'm going to step to the right on count 5. We're going to do 2 sets of basics, right and left twice. When you do the left basic, you turn left before you start the right basic. So here we go. Weights on your left. I'm sliding to the right on count 5. Okay? And this would be the last 4 counts before the 40. So this would be count 37. So I'm going to the right. 5, 6, and 7, 8, end. Now I'm at 3 o'clock because I would have started at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock would have been my 12. Oh boy, it sounds so crazy. You would have started on the back wall. So now this is your 3 o'clock wall. As I slide to the right, I'm on 1. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and right 5. 6 is left, but the weight on the left. I just did a half turn to the right. Stepping into the right with a point out here on count 7. I'm turning 8 and 1, 1 being a rock. Half, quarter, rock on 1, 2 and 3 and 4. I'm behind on the right on 4 as I sweep the left. Back 5, 6 with a hook left, put it down 7. Step half is 8 and quarter 1. Facing my new wall, 12 o'clock. 2 vaudevilles. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 balls 6. Double pivot or rocking chair 7 and 8 and begin 1, 2. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do front and back, back to back. That would happen after you did the restart in the front. The second restart, you will do the dance fully in the front, fully in the back. So you will have 264. That's the only time it happens. You do 1 full wall at 12 o'clock. When you're at the back wall for the first time, you do 44 counts and restart in the back. You've done the whole dance in the back. You come in the front, which is now considered wall 4, and you only do 44 counts and restart again in the front. This is where I'm going to pick it up from. Because when you have that second restart after your left 8 and you restart here, that is the only time in this dance that you will do 64 counts at 12 o'clock and 64 counts at 6 o'clock. So that's where I'm taking you. Moving you to the future, we're going to do the front and back walls back to back. It'll only happen once. And then I'm going to throw in the last 8 counts, which is the end of the dance, which is the beginning of the dance. Oh, Lordy, how easy it is to confuse. I'm getting confused. Okay, so here we go. 2 times 64 counts. This is wall 5 and 6. Walk it. 7, 8. Walk right. 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, mambo sweep, sailor sweep, 6 and 7, shuffle 1, prep, you turn, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and rock, recover and rock, recover, turn right, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, turn and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, hook, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and last 8 counts. 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. Is that good? Do we have it? Okay. 64. 44 in the back. 64 in the back. 44 in the front. 64, 64, 8 and 1. I'm going to put on the music. What time is it? 11?
It's almost
12
15,
o'clock.
so-
If you notice, I don't know if you looked at the step sheet before, all but one video are completely muted. I don't know if it's the company, I have no idea who Elton John signed with, if it's Sony, Warner Brothers, whatever, but it's all muted. So this might be the only time we play it. I'm going to ask Bruno to keep a look on the camera every once in a while when we're at 6 o'clock, just to see if we're getting warnings. They might, like I say, stop us. What I've been practicing is syncing the song I have, because I have the album, listening to the music and watching Simon dance. So we're going to give it a shot that it's working. Let me see, I get this back. And we start, it has a 16 count lead in, I think it is. Yeah, 16 counts, and then we start with that walk. Oh, good, Brentley. Yeah, Brentley, go ahead. Okay. Let's see. Good luck, Okay, let me start this again.
Don't wish it away. Don't look at it like it's.
Okay. Let me try one more time. It's on your left. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1.
Don't wish it away.
4,
Don't look at
5, 6,
like
7,
it's
8, and 1,
forever.
2 and 3, 5, 6, 7,
Between you and me,
1, 2, 3.
I could
we do? I'm just thrilled that I didn't screw up. At least I don't think I did. Rona, how did I do? I'm sorry Bruno couldn't dance with me, so I could have left out the turns, but you can see Bentley, there's something about Bentley in this song. I don't know if he likes it a lot or doesn't like it, but we just have a hard time dancing with him.
If you want to sign off, at the end of this teach, it can be isolated, like Craig. You want to sign off at the end of the teach.
Okay. Okay, so this is the end of the teach for this week. Do I have time? What do we have? I have time for one dance, for open dance, because I need to be ready at 1 o'clock for my new beginner improver class on channel B10. I want to remind you again about that. Not only if you want to see me do a beginner class, there's a ton of stuff that they offer on those 10 channels. They're launching channel 8. Originally it was going to be the Line Dance Foundation, but I guess because they have their own page on Facebook and they do some live stuff. I don't know if you saw Assumpta this morning. I'll talk about that next week or on my site about the retro dance next week will be Red Hot Salsa. And I'll explain that later. But if you saw Assumpta or you read the LDF, you'll know what I'm talking about. But they're creating channel 8 is going to be for high, intermediate, advanced dancers. And they're having a weekend event. I think it's the 18th and 19th. I'm sorry, I don't got the exact dates. But they're doing a 2-day event with, like super duper stuff that's happening. And that will be just for that. So I'm excited that I'm kind of anchoring the beginner improver stuff, but they have all these people coming in to do the intermediate and advanced. So it's well worth the 20, it's British pounds. That change, the money fluctuates every day. When I checked last night, it was $26, but you get 4 weeks of a lot of stuff. So if you want to consider doing that, just click on the link that I put on my site for their website. Jeff Camp did a great job with that. I also want to thank one more time, sometimes I forget to do this, Rodalai. Rodalai has that wonderful virtual line dancing page. It's not live, it's just like a regular page, but she's got close to 7,000 members, and people list the things they're doing online, whether it be Zoom classes or live classes like I do, or events that are happening that way. So check that out, virtual dancing, on Facebook, virtual line dancing with Rodalai. Again, just email me. You could always send me messages through the line dancing site that you're a member of if you're not one of my friends. But my email is my last name, multari@aol.com. So anytime you have questions. And again, I'm thanking you so much for doing that, for being with me today, with the patience. Let's do something nice and easy. Let's do something nice and easy. Where am I? Close. We'll start again. Nothing's ever easy. Nothing's ever easy. Where are we going? Playlist. September. I'm not even sure what one we're going to play. Nope, we're not doing that one. Nope. Let's go over here. Okay, it's keep coming back to the last thing I did. So I'm just going to do that Latin dance one more time, nice and easy, that we did today. Again, love you. See you next week.
Tamo junto, bem misturado. Se não for mais, não muito obrigado. Secreto junto,
Rocking chair. Turn her up.
não muito obrigado.
Same step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn her up.
D'amour, ça jamais je l'amour, on est peut-être à bout si le monde est à nous. On a passé les dents, des bisous sur la jambe, ils ont tout d'amour tout en haut de la tour. Près des étoiles, j'aimerais que tu te lèves. On t'apprend, ma belle, si j'étais décent. Près des étoiles.
turn, we'll be in the front.
Tudo que você quiser, eu vou fazer. É só chamar. E tudo que eu sempre quis, você me faz, você me dá.
I'm just gonna lower that volume.
Je n'écris que des cicatrices.
Okay. Guys, again, thank you. Hope to see you next week. Send questions, send requests. Stay well, be happy, be well.
So long, everybody. Have a great day.